Right Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Animal Resources, African Union ambassadors and heads of delegation here present, members of the diplomatic corps, the representative of the donor platform in Rwanda, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Let me first of all convey the warm greetings from Her Excellency, the Commissioner for Rural Economy and Agriculture at the African Union Commission, Madam Josefa Sako, who is unable to attend this high-level convening as she is participating in the preparatory meetings for the upcoming African Union Heads of State Summit in Nouakchott in Mauritania. It is indeed my pleasure and that of my team to be with you today in this launching of the 4th edition of the Strategic Plan for Agricultural Transformation 2018 to 2024 here in Kigali, Rwanda. My sincere gratitude as well to the government of Rwanda for the warm welcome accorded to myself and my colleagues from the AU Commission and the NEPAD Planning and Coordinating Agency. Honorable Prime Minister, Minister, distinguished participants, as we are all aware, the African Union Heads of State and Government in June 2014 made a firm commitment to accelerate agricultural growth and transformation to lift the continent out of poverty for inclusive and shared prosperity through the MALABO Declaration, which launched the second phase of the Comprehensive Africa Agricultural Development Program. Specifically, they have committed to end hunger by 2025, to double agricultural productivity, reduce post-harvest losses to half, and achieve an agriculture-led industrialization, among others. The African Union Agenda 2063, which defines the Africa we want, has prioritized a prosperous Africa based on inclusive growth and sustainable development. Right Honorable Minister, ladies and gentlemen, the National Agricultural Investment Plan, in this case PSTA4, remains a central tool for the CAADP implementation as it translates the continental, global, and country transformational aspirations into an evidence-based investment plan with clear targets, budgets, and mutual accountability mechanism. It's inspiring to see such a diverse gathering come together to launch and agree on how this transformational agenda will be invested in technically and financially to enable its successful and efficient implementation. And this shows the high-level commitment to the CAADP principles by the government of the Republic of Rwanda. Indeed, as the African Union Commission and the NEPAD Planning and Coordinating Agency, we are pleased that the findings from the African Union Independent Technical Review have been considered by the Ministry, and the PSTA4 is totally compliant with the Heads of State's MALABO Declaration. Honorable Prime Minister, Minister, distinguished participants, the CAADP Biennial Review Report launched in the January 2018 Heads of State Summit has been again a demonstration of the importance of having a continental framework that sets benchmarks for member states, stimulates evidence-based planning, investments in priority areas, peer learning, and more importantly, provides the platform for harmonized tracking of progress and mutual accountability. No other agricultural evaluation tool in Africa's history has ever brought together the African Union, the continent's regional economic communities, the private sector, the international development community, and all the African Union governments around a transformation agenda as embedded in the CAADP Malabo Declaration. We will be able as a continent to track our progress in agricultural transformation and make informed policies towards reaching the commitments of the Malabo Declaration on inclusive growth, improved livelihoods, and shared prosperity. Rwanda came out as the first country which is on track to achieve the Malabo commitments during the period of the review with a score of 6.1. This is indeed to be celebrated while we launch the new agricultural investment plan and resolve for increased investments in the sector to sustain this encouraging move. It may be recalled that Rwanda has always demonstrated high-level leadership in the CAADP implementation, as it was also the first country to sign the CAADP Compact in 2007. And this provided the templates for 44 other African Union member states who followed this very good example. Honorable Prime Minister, distinguished participants, the Biennial Review Report revealed that the continent as a whole is not on track to achieve the Malabo Declaration by 2025. And the only way to turn around this situation is to formulate investment plans which are compliant with the Malabo Declaration, mobilize and invest in priority areas identified in the investment plans while strengthening systemic capacity for implementation and coordination. Our goal as the African Union Commission is that by the time we will start our second report of the biennial review, all AU member states would have domesticated the Malabo Declaration in their investment plans using the tools for evidence-based planning like the PSCA4 we are launching today. Our African Union member states also need to pursue policies and programs that allow the creation of more jobs for youth and women through investing in agriculture and agricultural industrialization. Based on the recently established Continental Free Trade Area, the African Union member states and partners through the CADEP agenda must strategize on how they implement one of these key Malabo targets of tripling intra-African trade of agricultural commodities and services. And this can only be achieved if the right policies to unlock private sector investments are put in place, the foreign and domestic private sector respond positively to the call, the right policies and incentives are in place for youth, technical, and vocational training for skills development, and governments also increase investment to the agricultural sector and infrastructure. There is